Do you love yourself? That is the question. This month we're talking about love, one of my favorite topics. I say that every single month because I have so many favorite topics. But do you love yourself, right? This is something that's super important. This is a foundation of, our growth, of us being able to truly love ourselves. So I'm going to just tell you a quick story about me when I was in high school and how I was able to turn around the love that I had for myself because I didn't value myself. I didn't see myself with love. Hi, Rosie. And so when I was in high school, I remember, even before high school, I was a rebel. I was a problem to society. My parents were amazing at the same time as I don't know if I was really truly loving myself. And I'm not sure why, but I was grade school. I was, kicked out of school. I had parent-teacher conferences all the time. I was kicked off the bus because I was just a brat and I wasn't kind. And so many times when we're not kind to ourselves, it's because or kind to others, we're not being kind to ourselves, right? We're usually having something internally burdening us, whether that's fear or sadness or guilt or shame. And then we act out, right? So as I was growing up, that's what I did. I wasn't truly in love with myself, right? I was having a hard time loving others too. So what I did is I got to high school and I was still kind of a pain in the butt. I'd skip school. I would, do things that obviously got me into big trouble. In school suspension, forging my parents' signature so I could leave school. And that was not okay, but it all stemmed from somewhere inside of me. It wasn't because my parents were not doing a good job. It was because, I internally had some fear, shame, blame, or something that I was working against. Hey, Andrew and Chrissy. So what I did, I'm going to give you kind of one of the things that I did, and actually it was with help from my family, my mom. We always, she would give me tapes that time we had tapes, not CDs or anything, but or Apple Music, but she would give me music or tapes that had like positive affirmations on them, right? She would write out positive affirmations and sticky notes and put them everywhere in the house. So everywhere I would go, I would see, I am courageous. I am a good person. I am smart. I am beautiful. And that just innately, subconsciously started being part of my identity, right? I was working on my identity many years ago, and not just recently, not just since I became a coach, not just since I graduated my coaching certificate from Optimize, not since then. You can look back from when you were a child, look back when you were having struggles or difficulties in your life, and see how your identity plays such a role on who you are today. So without my mom putting all of those affirmations up, and then I began to believe them, my life completely changed. I no longer became a problem child. My senior year in high school, I was like a straight A student. I did not skip class. I was interested in learning, which I think is super amazing because one of my top 5 strengths now is the love of learning. And that totally shifted my whole life. I mean, I had ups and downs after that, but that was my identity. And so the big thing I want you to know is affirmations are powerful, right? The I am statements that you truly believe and you truly feel inside you. So Scott said, so true, love this. Thank you so much because it is so important for us to believe in that identity. And it's not just the words, right? There are some critics of affirmations saying, well, you just say something. Well, if you're not going to believe it, then it's not going to happen. Well, I'm not just saying say the word. Create the action. Create the small steps it's going to take for you to be courageous, right? What are 3 things you can do to be courageous? I'm developing right now positive affirmation cards that I am statements, and on the back side it gives you 3 examples of what you can do to be that identity. So it's about our identity and how we empower ourselves, right? So anything that you guys want to share as you're listening to this, if you recall any moment, the first time that you realized hey, I have an identity and I want to work on my identity, or if you've ever experienced using affirmations, there's some beautiful YouTube videos out there. I'm actually, we have a YouTube site for Next Level transformational coaching, and I have some meditations and affirmations on that too. So Andrew said small steps every day, and that is like one of the things is we just want to jump to like success, right? Here we are, and then all of a sudden we want the outcome to happen immediately, and that's just not the reality. It takes process, especially when we're working on ourselves. That deep love to ourselves takes practice every single day, and it's not easy at all. So I'm going to give you just a few things that you can work on, and pick one of them. Pick the smallest, most simplest thing to you, and maybe even break it down even farther if you'd like. What I had said that worked for me, and it still continues to work for me, plus meditation, all of those things, is positive affirmations. I literally look in the mirror. I encourage people to do a mirror exercise. Stare into those beautiful eyes of yours and tell yourself, I am. Look into your, like, it's almost like you're looking into your soul. And then, there has been many a times where I've done that and tears roll down my face because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing me. I'm seeing the beauty in me. It's not about here. It's about what's here, right? So that's one of the things that you can do. Super awkward and it feels uncomfortable, but it takes practice, right? Pretty soon you're going to be walking by every mirror and going, ooh, you look good. Or, hey, you're amazing. Or, geez, you're so smart. Or, you're absolutely courageous. So start believing that. But it takes action. So the words are amazing and important. The belief is amazing and important. The action is even more important at times. So the other thing to help with loving ourselves is forgiveness. That is gigantor. Another thing that my mom taught me, my mom's pretty amazing natural coach. She always said to me, Jessica, you got to forgive yourself. How are you going to move on if you don't forgive yourself? Even if you have to write yourself a letter, or you have to write somebody else that you don't have the ability to thank them, write them a letter and then throw it away. Write yourself a letter and then throw it away. Or remind yourself, like, I have forgiven myself for this. I have a lot of things in my past that I have to forgive myself for doing harm to others. And that, that's hard. And I still have to do it all the time, is to forgive myself for the things I did to others, because that's not who I am today, right? That's not my identity. I don't harm other people. Another top virtue of mine is kindness. And I had to work hard for that. It just didn't come naturally. Like I said, I was a pain in the rump. So another thing that I think is amazing is stop being so critical of yourself and others, right? You don't need to be critical of yourself. You are an amazing human being. That's what you can say in the mirror. I am an amazing human being. This is a tough year for everyone. Not only do we have all of these things going on in our lives that we're all commonly dealing with, we have our own individual things. We have so many things going on this year, and what we just want to benefit from is reflecting on that, right? Realizing it, and stop criticizing ourselves. There is no room for criticism, right? Not at all. If we want to be successful, if we want to be happy, if we want to be able to love and be loved, then we don't need to criticize ourselves. The next one is supporting your self-care, which is your fundamentals. We talk about it all the time, right? If you're tired and you're not getting sleep and you're not feeding yourself real food, how are you going to have the mindset to love yourself on those difficult days? How are you going to love other people? How are you going to function? So fundamentals, I'm not going deep into that because we talk about that all the time. The last thing I'm going to talk about is celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on, right? Celebrate yourself. When you look in that mirror, celebrate yourself. What I'm learning and I am practicing, and I keep telling people, it is not just about, oh, good job. I did good. Look, my head's even like, I did okay. It is this, yes. That's one thing like Brian Johnson taught me that I applied, that I was like, I'm using the hand signals. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to jump up and down. I'm going to yes, yes. Like, act out. That's a great time to act out. Be dramatic about it, right? So your whole being feels the celebration of every single small or big thing you do. Don't rely on all the big things, right? Because those don't happen every day, but rely on those little things that you can celebrate. If you have anything that you can share in the comments today, is a celebration of yourself. I'm going to give this a moment because I know there's a teeny bit of delay sometimes, but I want to hear your celebration of something you did in the last 24 hours. And it might sound like that's something that's hard to think about, or that you're like, I can't think of anything. Maybe it was because you didn't want to get out of bed today, and you did. You put your feet on the floor from your bed and you got up. If that's it, awesome. Congratulations. Give yourself a high five or whatever you need to do. Maybe it was that you wanted to go drive through McDonald's today and you decided, you know what, I'm going to pack my own breakfast when I go to work or when you're working from home, and you ate something healthy instead of, going to McDonald's. Maybe that's a win for you, but please share a win. If you're watching live right now, share a win with me that you can celebrate, and we can all celebrate together. Like right now, I can't see. I wish I could see you, but I want to see you guys pumping up your arms because you rock, right? Yeah, give it a dog, whatever. I don't remember what this is called. Maybe give it one of those. Give it one of these. Jump up and down. I don't care what it is. Or just smile with your big smile with your teeth. I just want to hear your celebrations. I want to see your celebrations. If you're watching this back, today, tomorrow, a week, or 2 years from now, still comment in the comments your celebration. I know that there's something for you to celebrate. I know Andrew wasn't feeling good and he's feeling better today. So I'm hoping that there is something you can celebrate there, right? Scott is an amazing mentor. I'm sure you've helped out many of people today and helped people, be wellness advocates as you have helped us. Something to celebrate. Chrissy, I bet you did something today or the last couple days for your children or friends or family that, they felt loved, right? And then Rosie is an amazing person. She's always looking out for other people, and that you look out for your family and loved ones too. So I just celebrated you guys. I feel very privileged to be able to have said something about all of you lovely people that I can see that are live right now. If anybody else is live, I'm sending you also celebration wishes for you too. But please don't be bashful to share your celebrations outwardly and share them with others. It's not that you're overly, conceited or anything like that, but love yourself. I just saw Sally Ann. I saw some hearts from you, Sally, and you're rocking it too, girlfriend. You definitely are rocking it with your challenges that you've been putting on yourself and your lovely live videos and your new business and everything. Congratulations. So I've got Andrew. Yay, thank you. So your soul force along with Darren and the rest of the team always makes me smile. Thank you, Andrew. You're so sweet. But I wanted to hear about one of your celebrations, but I still love that. So thank you so much. And so Chrissy said, I celebrate that I got out of bed. Awesome. And tried to help my daughter with her classes. School's starting, right? It's probably like yesterday or today was the first day. And congratulations, Chrissy. You are rocking. Any of you, please reach out to Darren and I for Next Level. Reach out on this page. We want to help you, even if it's just a short conversation. But bless you all. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for sharing and being with me. You have made me smile. And when I get off the phone, I'm going to do some skipping and celebrating as I take a walk on my lunch break. So be well.